Hello, everyone. This is Mikey here with some tips and tricks on making Zelda 2 a lot more fun and a lot more easy. Okay? The first tip is what you want to do is you want to max out your experience from killing the baddies. So try and kill as many as you can. The one warning is though if you have low life, you just skip along and survive. But otherwise, you want to max out experience because it just makes the game easier. And here's some places that are make it easier to max out your experience. In the first palace, there's the bouncy rainbow baddies with the bubble in that one room. And what you do is they give 50 experience, so it's like a gold mine. So you kill the baddie bouncing rainbow guys, and you kill the little bubble, and then you go off screen to the left, and you just go right back, and you keep doing it for as much experience and power ups as you want with your sword, your magic, and your hearts. And then I do a lot of attack power ups to sword because it just makes the whole game easier because the entire game you're going to be attacking the baddies. Okay, so you can do that as many times as you like, and you have that much more experience and power ups. Then also, I like to do up to 3,000 experience with the power ups with the sword. Then after, every time you're killing baddies, it just automatically fills up the heart and the magic, so it's just like easier. Then also after you could potentially max out your experience to like the maximum possible sword, magic, and life containers with just this one room. And you could also max out your lives because after you max out your your sword magic and life power ups, it adds lives. So then also it's even easier in the basement of the first palace where there's the room filled with the rainbow bouncers. Now the key to that is don't be intimidated by the fast one because it's following the same mechanic or pattern as the others, just a little fast. So what you do there is you go to the end of the blocks that are above your head on the left or the right for the slow ones and the fast ones, specifically the fast ones now. And you just attack and you sit there and you wait on the left side or the right side, wherever it's going towards. And then eventually it just comes to you and you got the fast one. And you just keep attacking and try to make it so there's only one on the screen, one rainbow bouncer. But I've gotten it where I've gotten two came to me at the same time, and I was just attacking the fast one and a slow one, and I got double 100 experience power ups. Okay? Bottom line, don't fear it. Okay? And more is coming in. Oh, the other tip is when you're on the path in the overworld with the map, stay on the path. Like when you have to go off the path, what I do is I fake out the baddies. So I'll go off the path for a second and then straight back on. Then that pulls out, it lures out or hooks out the baddies to come to me, but I'm already on the path. So it's no like damage is less likely to be taken. Then, right after I'm out of the underworld with the clear path, I go back and I dart across to the next part where there's the path. So hopefully that makes sense. You can add responses. If nothing makes sense, I'll answer questions in another video. And let's see what else. Oh, the other technique is I don't even risk my life in the game. Going trying to like save Hyrule or whatever. For Hyrule, sake of the Hyrule, unless I've got all the power ups or like a whole monkey load of power ups before. Then it's like a million times easier to defeat the boss baddies at each castle because you've got like 10 to 15 or so experience power ups and the candle and the boots and the raft, etc. So then I'll go back and I'll defeat the baddies. The next tip is get downward strike because it just makes the whole game a million times easier. Like for the longest time, I had a difficult time with the red axe thrower at the bottom of Death Mountain and later in the game. But if you have downward strike, then you can just downward strike his head off, and it's like a million times easier to play, enjoy, and beat the game. The next one is The next tip is if when you get to the bottom of Death Mountain, if you don't have Downward Strike, because you have to get past him to get Downward Strike, just save your magic to use the jump spell to jump onto the plateaus, and then you can just skip right past him. You get the red potion, and you skip right past him to get the mallet and Downward Strike in the next town. And that's the other point. The next point is get the hammer and or the mallet because it makes it easier to get a lot of secrets, free lives, save the child in the caves that you couldn't get before. That's another critical one. Oh yeah, and this is the final tip. Let's say you're playing, like some may have played Diablo 2, and you get like scared of the baddies. It's like freaking impossible. But for Zelda, I'm saying, if the baddies are like too difficult and you're losing it, just think of them as like baby toddlers throwing like rattlers or toys or candy at you. Don't think of them as like scary monsters throwing bombs or anything like that. Because like you're thinking it's critical. Then it becomes like a million times easier because you're just facing like baby innocents throwing rattlers. Okay? Leave comments. Thanks a lot. Take care.